time flies. We met about 6 weeks ago when you were joining us for a 6 weeks internship, program. And yeah, we've just reached 6 weeks. And sometimes, times like these, one has mixed emotions, once you get used to people and now you have to part. Parting is not always nice. But we knew that anyway, we were going to part in 6 weeks. So I thought I was the one who welcomed you to the company that Monday. So I should be the one who also just says goodbye to you guys. It's been a lovely experience for many people in the company to interact with you. So for me, I just want to have a sense of how has your stay been, within the company. It's the first time that we are having interns that are coming from Wits Business School. So we know that you are not going to be the last ones, and therefore your experience of being with us in the last 6 weeks, where you tell us good and bad, will actually help us to make sure that those who follow you have an even better experience. So I don't want you guys to tell me what I want to hear.
Okay.
I want you guys to be frank with me in terms of how you've experienced, the stay. 6 weeks is a bit short to have a proper evaluation, but at the same time, there's a lot that one can be able to say about that. So I'll start with you because, like I said, talking is your second nature. You'll introduce yourself, who you are, and then we talk. Camera there.
I'm Vinolia Mosetsana Gape Segopolo, currently doing my postgraduate diploma in management and business admin with the Wits Business School. And it's not all the time where you get welcomed by the CEO himself. So I guess we are definitely fortunate, and the experience has been eye-opening. It has been quite interesting, but at the very same time, I think I'm definitely sad that it was short. I wish we had a good 6 months at least with the company, and we would be able to live here with all the information, and we got to meet lovely individuals. We were exposed to different portfolios with your consultant, your clinicians, and truly speaking, I think we got to learn, or rather understand, aspects of EAP or what EAP stands for. It was one of literally a highlight of of our growth here, and it was a beautiful experience.
So you are a qualified industrial psychologist. So being here, working with the people on the psychosocial side, social workers and counseling psychologists, I don't think it was a very strange kind of environment for you.
Not at all,
but did you at least pick up, valuable insights, skills, or even knowledge, during the time you were here?
Oh, definitely I did. I believe PHS is a space that stands for diversity. Everyone's opinion is valued, and even when you need help, 2-3 people will be like, oh, what do you need? We are here. You can ask me, you can ask me, you can ask me. So everyone was fully invested into giving us an experience and making sure that our stay here would be efficient. So I want to believe that we grasped a lot from our team leaders. They were making sure that on a daily basis, are you guys occupied with something? I can give you a project now. They were changing us around, and we were doing rotations. So truly speaking, I think we learned.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Clifford.
Yes, sir.
You have to introduce yourself. briefly and just give me a feedback on your 6 weeks stay here.
Okay, thank you very much. So my name is Clifford Sadike, and I'm also a PDM student, which is a postgraduate diploma in management in the field of business administration.
Yeah.
I think my experience is more or less similar to Vinolia's experience. My stay here, although it was a bit short, it was, I'd say, an excellent experience for me. It was phenomenal. And this is the reason why, like she said, the welcoming, us getting welcomed by the CEO himself, the leader, it was very fortunate, and it was a good experience because of, I mean, we always hear about CEOs on TV, you know, but getting to be one-on-one and also doing the presentations that we did, presenting to you, listening to us, you know, giving us your time. I know you're a very busy man, but giving time to meet interns, it was a really good thing for me. It really also touched my heart as well. And also the culture here of the company is a very good culture. Very excellent culture. I mean, it's a free culture. It's a culture where I think it's a good environment for young people to also grow professionally as well. Most of, even the team leaders, even the clinicians who are there, mostly, they're young people. So already the space is a space of young people, which also was accommodative for us as young people. You know, also the work ethics as well. You see the ethics, the values, and no, but this is regarding the clinicians and the team leaders, the effort that they put into their work. You know, it's with a lot of energy. And when you catch that, because when we are young, we are full of energy, we have strength, and you want to get into an environment that will accommodate the energy that you have. And that's what happened when we got here. And for me also, we were given a project which was to develop or update the SOPs, which is the standard operating procedures of the practitioners, the clinicians. That for me was a good exposure because it was a quick way for me to learn what's happening around.
From this to that, from this to that, you know,
And within, I think the project, it took us 3 days to do it. 3 to 4 days, but within the 3 days, already I had everything. I had everything about the company, who does this, and who does that. So it was a very excellent experience for me. And then I think the
glitches or things that you think could be better.
I wouldn't say it was a glitch, Doc. I think because of how everything happened, it was short notice when we had to come here. I think, but next time, I think the preparation where maybe there could be a structure that's structured entirely for interns to say this, when these people come in, these are the steps, this is what they're going to do, you know, when there's like a clear map as to where they're going. I think that will help. It will help, yes.
Which is why I mentioned that we are mindful that there will be people who will come from another group, and so we need to be able to do it better, because you guys were almost like guinea pigs in terms of a short internship program. You know, what can we expose you to in the shortest period of time? But I take the feedback that maybe a bit more structure, where already even before you start, you know each of the days that you're going to be spending, you'll be rotating this area, and this is what you will be exposed to. You'll be in that area, so that the whole 6 weeks is actually mapped out, and you can then be able to derive maximum value, you know, including just preparing to come to work. You know, it's okay, I'll be dealing with issues that have to do with legal and finance, you know, so maybe let me brush up on this, you know, and stuff. So I take the feedback. From your side, is there anything that you think we could have done better? Because I'm going to say things too.
I guess, truly speaking, beside the fact that we came in at the time where all other departments were also tied up with their own work, so they didn't really know how to, which information to give us. Where should we start, guys? We are, but I think also given
that you guys got to click with Sizwe,
of course, we did.
Team leaders.
Yes, we did.
Yes.
And I think also, so yesterday we had a career fair at Wits, and different type of companies came so they can present to us again for graduate opportunities for next year now. So we had your L'Oreal, your Standard Bank, McKinsey, and the rest.
The big organizations.
Yes, and a part of my interview with one of the companies, they were asking me, oh, you didn't do psychology? I'm like, oh, by the way, I'm doing my internship with PHS. And they're like, we've heard of PHS. So I think also with other friends, when I told them PHS, we know that with the logo that's blue. I'm like, oh yeah, seems like you guys know it, but it's like you are lost a little bit. So for the fact that you gave us an opportunity like this, I think there are also going to be people who are interested to find out that, Clifford and Vinolia were so happy coming back from the internship. So we want to know more about the company, and that will open up also a space for you to come and present at our school so they can see our CEO who welcomed us, definitely. So I think we can also fix that. And for a longer, to create a long-lasting relationship with the Wits Business School. So
lovely. But how was the change though? I mean, when you are a student, you go to class, or you can choose not to go to class. It's up to you. You're an adult. Now, in a work environment, there's a bit of rules, and if you're not used to rules, it may be a bit of a challenge where today I don't really feel like going to the lecture. I'll get notes from somebody. Now at work, you can't exactly say I don't feel like coming, and if you are not going to be at work, you have to report to a number of people that and maybe bring a sick note. So that living within rules, which is part of employment, did you find it easy?
So truly speaking, I wouldn't say I found it easy, but also it was not my first time doing an internship. So I did my first internship with Wits. I was working at Wits Transformation Office. So as much as I was working online, it was mostly hybrid. So I would go to office, then not go. It kind of trained me already that actually you have to wake up. You have a responsibility to do. You have someone to report to. You have emails to open, And also with the program we're doing now, it's a managerial program. So they also teach you of professional etiquette, like how to hold yourself, how to present yourself. So I think they really tried to, they really tried to train us and
because you're getting the theoretical side of management, which is, I had an acronym for management. It is, PLOC. Plan, lead, organize, control. That's what management is all about.
Yes.
You how to ensure that the goals of the organization are actually, advanced through proper planning, through proper leadership, through organization, creating efficiencies, and also controlling, the use of resources so that there's no wastage. So now you have that from the theory that you learned. Applying it, obviously you were not managers this time, but you were observing. Did you get a sense that our managers understand why or what's expected of a manager from a planning, leadership, organizing and control?
I'd say, I do have an idea of how one should conduct.
Translating the theory into practice. I'm saying observing our managers in terms of what's expected of a manager. Did you get a sense that at least they have an idea and they're trying to implement, what's expected of an average manager?
Yeah, I will make an example with the team leaders. So we have, I think it's four team leaders that side, and all four of them, funny enough, they are the same but actually different. You find a leader like Sizwe who's easygoing, but at the very same time he's very strict. And you have a bit of Oposhia who now complements the strictness, but still, you can be playful. You are allowed to bring a very crazy idea on the table, and no one will take it aside without thinking about it. So I think after shadowing them and being next to them, their style of leadership, I think it's one that I would want to come back to. Yeah.
Okay. And then Lizzle, as the head of the unit, what was your experience? You know, I'm not necessarily like questioning her leadership, but you know, obviously, you know, there's a term that, or a phrase that says, a fish rots from the head.
Yes.
So therefore, somebody who is at the head has to set the tone for everyone to follow.
Yeah.
Because if they don't set the tone, then the other guys may, you know, go astray, basically. Yeah.
I think she does she does mimic the knowledge that we have about management. I think Lisa is a really good leader. Yeah. Just from observing her. Yeah. Although we didn't spend a lot of time with her, but from far you can see she has a sense of control of things. She has things in control, and she looks like someone who's focused, which is very important for a leader, and goal orientated. Those are the goals that we have, and I think she does have.
So that kind of leader for you would because we're trying to create a nurturing environment, you know, where your success, yes, it's partly dependent on you, but also the environment must support you, you know, achieving things. So, I mean, in other environments, you are disempowered. It's just about dictatorial ways of doing things, no inputs. You don't give any inputs. This is what we want you to do. So we're trying to create, because we understand that this is a knowledge business, you know, unlike manufacturing. Here, most of what we deliver is between the ears, that is the brain. So to be able to create a nurturing, good environment for people to use their brains, you have to lead and manage them differently. You know, you can't be dictatorial. You know, I mean, I'm sure in leadership you guys have learned that there's two extremes of management, or even leadership. You know, let's say management, task-orientated manager on one side, no relationships or building of a relationship. It's really, this is what I want, and I just want productivity. You know, no, on the other extreme, you've got a relationship orientated type of leader who invests a lot of time in relationships to a point of maybe dropping some balls on productivity. So both of these are not necessarily ideal. And a good manager should be able to swing, you know, bit of this, depending on the circumstances on the ground. Where there's a need to put pressure because you need efficiencies and whatever, the tasks, people must be clear about their tasks. But at the same time, if you do a lot of that, you can burn out people, you know. But on the other hand, too much investing in relationships would be good. There are a lot of people laughing and happy, but the clients may not necessarily get, you know, the productivity that is required. So a good manager must be able to know when to slant to which side, you know, and so we try to give people space to find their own way of doing things, and I hope at least they try to do that with you guys. So on my side, I just thought, let me say thank you very much for being with us. Yes, there were a few glitches here and there, like the communication on day one, that made you guys get here at 11 o'clock in the morning, you know, and also the thing about the travel, you know, that's one of the things where maybe in understanding that I'm in a company now, I must follow internal communication, you know, whatever way things happen, but it's fine. Again, that's part of learning, you know, because if everything was perfect, then there would be no learning. So at least now, you know, in an organization, you have to follow internal channels, familiarize yourself with the policies that guide that organization, and know what procedures or how do things happen, So I think it was a worthwhile experience for us too.
Yes.
So I just want to thank you guys, and I wish you all the best in your future. You've got a very bright future ahead, and let's see where things go. And like I say, all the best. Go out there and make a difference. I think it's all about making a difference. Impact the world. Make sure that whatever task you are given, you give it your best shot. Because through doing that, and it is noticed. That's the other thing. Don't work and just behind the scenes. Make sure whatever you do is noticed. Because that's when people will then think, oh, okay, actually, I can bring Vinolia here, on this project and that project. And all of a sudden, you've got many assignments that you're involved in. And you guys being, I'll call you millennials, you've got a relatively short attention span. So you need to be involved in different things, So I'm just saying, be proactive, go for what you want, respectfully, and volunteer at times, even outside of your immediate task, and just be seen as somebody who's always eager to learn, somebody who's always eager to contribute. Just that attitude and mindset will take you guys far. So from me, and the rest of the team, I just want to say thank you guys.
Oh, thank you, Doc. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Cool.
My name is Clifford Sadike, and I am a PDM student, a postgraduate diploma in management in the field of business administration at the Wits Business School. So my experience here at PHS was phenomenal. It was a great experience. The culture here at PHS is a very excellent culture. It's very accommodative, especially for young people, where a young person can easily thrive and can be free to showcase their talents and gifts and what they carry and their potential as well. Even with the task, with the managers themselves, the managers are free-spirited. At the same time, they are focused and goal-orientated, so they are able to switch from authority and also relationship as well. So there's a balance of the leadership is balanced in a way that it also accommodates relationship. It also accommodates it's goal-orientated as well. So.
Hi, I'm Vinolia Sekgopolo. I did my undergrad in industrial psychology and my postgrad diploma in management and business admin. My experience at PHS has been awesome. I don't want to lie, it has been eye-opening. I'm one person who values inclusivity and diversity, and coming into this place is exactly how I felt. They embody those values, and you are in a space where you don't have to leave a part of your personality at the door. No, you come in as who you are, and you can be as free as you can. You can be open-minded, you can be entrepreneurial however you want to. You have all the support, you have all the resources given for you to enhance and to upskill you. So I think if anyhow, I would definitely want to stay at PHS and work here for, I don't know, as long as I can remember. I think they've made a big contribution to my career and how I see it shaping in the next future. So an opportunity like this, it's definitely a beautiful one. Thank you.